All right, we're gonna start warming up our glutes. So we're gonna come into a high kneel position and we're gonna start squatting up and down, just like Emma here, who is demonstrating. Okay, what if people didn't look at the screen and didn't see your thumbs up?
Hello.
And I'm Claire. I'll obviously be teaching, but Emma will also be co-teaching, not just demonstrating. So we're doing a 30-minute full body, medium intensity. So you're gonna work out, but you're not gonna feel destroyed after this, which is one of my favorite feelings. So it's gonna be a very well-rounded workout because it is a full body. Okay, we're gonna start progressing a little bit to add a little bit of lat, so upper body. So as you come down into your squat, you're gonna extend your arms long in front of you. Yep, and then keep the arms straight, but then as you come up from your kneeling squat, your fingertips go all the way up to the ceiling. So just look at Emma. Yeah. And we're gonna keep going. Careful as you lift the arms that your ribs don't flare. So think about this as a core exercise as you come all the way up to that like semi-standing position. Okay, today, drum roll, as we're working out, we're chatting about something that happens to me all the time with my husband and apparently my friends, is slowly over time, the closer you get to someone, you unintentionally start to dress the same, like slight variations, but same vibe. And I want to know if that happens to you, first of all, and if it does, who it happens with the most often. Is it your husband or is it someone else?
I mean, I feel like, yes, Victor and I have definitely converged in the way that we dress a bit, but
We're going to take 5 more.
I don't know. You and I have a lot of overlap.
You think you and I have more overlap than you and your husband?
Oh, I mean, probably, yeah.
For 3, which is wild because you and I don't live in the same place. And
I know.
She was just in New York for 2, and we just have like slight variations of the same things. And they're not
Unplanned.
basic things. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna meet me down into your kneeling squat with arms forward and you're gonna hold. You're gonna bring your hands pretty far forward so that they end up on the mat and you're basically in a 4-point kneel. You're gonna tuck your toes, lift your knees up into a knee hover, lower your knees, and then the arms go back straight and you end up in your kneeling squat. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take 8 of those. You just did 1. So I want you to go nice and slow as the hands go down onto the floor and nice and slow as you lift them up. That's like the really hard part for your core. You don't wanna just like crash down.
Yeah, the control on the way down is super challenging, not to let your body flop all the way forward.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take 6 more. That's hands down the hardest part, and you're gonna really feel your core if you go slow and controlled. Yeah, there we go. You might get like a little crash when you get like pretty close to the floor, but try to be slow. All right, let's take 4 more. If you want to keep your toes tucked the whole time, that's fine. I like to switch between flat feet and tucked toes like Emma, but do what feels good. For 3.
Also trying not to round my spine at any point through this, which is extra challenging.
Yes, for 2. So we're working pretty much everything right now. Core, quads, upper body, so shoulders, lats, and a bit of glutes. Okay, give me 1 more knee hover. Next time you're in your knee hover, you're just gonna hold the knee hover. Yeah, good. Really press out of your hands for 10, 9, 8, 7, neutral spine, 6, 5, abs in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Good job. Okay, take a mini little child's pose just to give yourself a hot sec. Okay, we're gonna meet in a high kneel again just to get started. And then once you're in that high kneel, I want you to extend your left leg nice and long out to the side, and I want your toes to face forward. Okay, you want your foot pretty flat on the floor. If it's too much to have a straight leg, you can always bend the knee a bit, especially if you have knee problems. All right, hands come to prayer. Okay, we're gonna side bend over to the right. Yes. And then we're gonna come back to where we came from. Okay, very important here, as you side bend, you want to press your pelvis forward so that your butt's not going back behind you and you're not like hinging at the hips as you side bend. So imagine you're stuck between 2 window panes. So you're keeping the space super narrow that you're side bending in.
I'll demo one where my butt is falling back behind me, which is this.
Yeah.
Like
You
body
don't want
goes
that.
forward, butt goes back, yeah. You won't feel your core
8.
that way.
Yeah, so this is an oblique exercise. You're also going to feel your mid back a little bit, like it is those muscles are working, the muscles that attach your rib cage to your pelvis. Okay, wait, can you say your best cue for this? I know you know which one I'm talking about.
What, that you're bending up and over something?
Yeah.
Like over a big ball?
People tend to just go down. See how Emma's like reaching up and over? Don't just go down, otherwise you're only going to feel that mid back and you're not going to feel your oblique. Okay. Let's take 4. Good. All right, for 3.
I want to know who you dress most like.
Definitely Tim.
Tim?
For 2, yeah. Okay. Next time you're down there, you're gonna hold. Okay, your right hand is gonna go down to the floor pretty far forward, like further than your shoulder. And then I want you to lift that top leg just an inch until it's hip height, and you can do whatever you want with the top arm, and then put the leg back down, and then bring your hands back to prayer, come back into that original side bend position. So as you come back up and as you go down, I want you to think about that same little like push sensation that we had in the knee hover. So you want to be nice and slow as you put the hand down so that you have control through the abs, and then nice and slow as you kind of like propel yourself back up. Okay, for 8.
I'm feeling a lot of top side glute, obviously, as I lift my leg, but also a ton of core support as I'm coming all the way down into my side bend. So you should be feeling it in both places.
Yep, and a bit of bottom glute.
Yeah, the bottom glute pushing the pelvis forward.
Exactly. So pretty full body again, but try to go slow. Okay, we're gonna take 2 more. Nice. Okay. Last one, you're gonna meet me down there with the leg lifted and you're gonna hold. Now bring that top arm all the way straight up to the ceiling and you're gonna hold. All right, without rounding through the back, so keep your spine straight. You're gonna bend that leg, bring it towards your belly button, and bend the top arm. So bring the top arm towards your hip, so everything basically comes center. So look at Emma if you're confused, and then extend everything nice and long. Whoa! See, it happens to the best of us. I love it when you fuck up. I think it makes it quote unquote relatable.
I just completely toppled over.
7?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I was actually, I know what happened. I was focusing on how much I feel my bottom glute in this, like how different it feels in the last exercise, and then I got distracted.
There you
It
go.
happens.
All right, for 5. Apparently people start dressing the same because they want to like appear like as a unit. For 4,
Oh.
it's like a good way to show that your couple is strong. It's like, you know, when you get married,
Friends do
like,
the same thing?
you're like the Del Portos, like you come as like a unit.
Huh.
For 2, the friends one is weird to me. You and I are like the only friends that kind of dress the same. Okay, you're gonna give me 1 more and then hold the arm and the leg straight, and you're gonna hold and then pulse the top leg up and down. Keep the pelvis pressed forward so that your bottom glute is working. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Good job. Okay, that was amazing. We're gonna do a pigeon later, not now. So we're gonna come lay all the way down onto our back. Sorry.
It's such a tease.
I know.
Oh.
I think people prefer the stretches at the end versus like halfway through. TBD. Okay, you're gonna bring just your left leg up into tabletop. Your right foot is gonna stay down onto the floor. Your hands come behind your head. We're gonna come up into a curl, and then we're gonna come down from the curl. And we're gonna keep going. I don't like it when my friends dress like me. You know this.
We do know this.
So I don't really like let it happen, but I have no control over you and I because you're so far away, and then you know, pop up in New York and it's like, why is all of this in your suitcase? It looks very similar to all my things.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
For 9.
But don't you think it's that people like with similar tastes attract each other, or they morph into each other as they become closer?
I think both. But I think it's like for Tim and I, like it's a lot of morphing, and it's more me towards him.
Yeah.
For 6, does Victor buy you clothes that he likes?
No.
Oh my God, Tim buys me clothes. For 5, like my blue shorts that we'd had for the photo shoot. All right. For
That's
4,
funny. I wouldn't really trust Victor to buy me clothes. But I wouldn't really trust anyone to buy me clothes, to be honest.
For 3, but Tim, I can't say he has better style than me. That would be fashion suicide. All right. For 2. Okay, last one, you're gonna meet me up into your curl and you're gonna hold. If it's too difficult to hold the curl, you can always come down from your curl and open your arms out to a T. You're gonna lift your right leg up into tabletop to meet the left. Yep, and then nice and slow, you're gonna put the right leg all the way back down. Yeah, and we're gonna keep going. Nice. So you're trying not to let the abs poof. You're trying to keep them tight and contracted. So think ribs in and belly in.
This is super challenging. Obviously, I'm feeling a lot of upper abs from holding the curl, but also the leg moving, I feel a ton of lower abs.
Exactly. For 7.
And I'm trying to have the leg lift come from the abs, not from the pelvis shifting around. So like knees are pointing up towards the ceiling, not coming in towards my chest.
For 4, and just try not to move your hips around.
Yeah.
All right. For 3.
That was a clearer way of saying that.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny. I feel like I used to be fancier with my cues and I've gotten simpler, and then I feel like you're fancier with your cues, with your little hard-boiled eggs metaphors, analogies. All right, for 2, I always get those confused, just like I do blackmail. And give me one more. Hold your legs in tabletop and little pulses up into your curl. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Good job. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. I always get blackmail and bribe confused. Analogy, metaphor, blackmail, bribe. I think those are the 2. Okay, we're gonna do the other side of the abs. So where are you going?
Whoops.
Okay.
Here I am.
Okay, we're gonna bring our right leg into tabletop this time. Okay, we're just gonna start curling with our feet like this. So right leg in tabletop, left foot on the floor. Come up into your curl. Yep. And then you're gonna come down from the curl. Tim and I like have the same shoes. We have like a lot of the exact same items, and I wear his clothes a lot, which is crazy because I'm 5'4" and tiny, and he is 6'7".
Wait, you buy like multiples of the same item just in different sizes to wear together?
No, not intentionally. That would be ridiculous and embarrassing.
I was gonna say that would be very embarrassing.
I would be not admitting that on the internet. Okay, for 6, no, we just end up buying like, I don't know, like the same shoes. We had like the same K-Swiss, for example.
But who bought them first?
Okay, he bought them first, but I saw them first, and I said I would buy them first, and then he swooped in there. For 4. Good. Remember, don't let your hips wobble too much. For 3.
I'm feeling a ton of upper abs.
Yeah, you should. For 2, especially on the second set. Okay, you're gonna hold your curl. Keep the right leg in tabletop. Okay, now bring your left leg up into tabletop. Yep, and then put the foot back down. And we're gonna keep going.
Same thing as on the other side. I'm trying to lift the leg from the abs without shifting the hips around.
Okay, for 6, if your right hip flexor is getting icky by just holding the leg in tabletop, you can always put your foot towards your butt into floppy tabletop. All right, for 4. Perfect, and then just those pulses for 3. Good. For 2. Okay, now hold both legs in tabletop on the next one and just hold and then pulse up and down in your curl for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Ooh. Nice job. Okay, really good.
Okay, now are we side bending?
Yeah, now you're side bending. Now you can. She loves the side bend. She just couldn't help herself.
Side bend.
Okay, high kneel, and then this time your right leg goes out, so it's nice and straight, toes face forward. Remember, if you need to bend the knee a little bit, that's fine, or if you need to lift the right foot a tad off the floor, that's okay. Hands come to prayer, and then we're gonna side bend over to the left. So remember, keep your pelvis pressed forward, up and over, not just down, and keep your pelvis pressed forward so that your butt doesn't go back behind you.
So now feeling a lot of obliques helping to side bend me and control on the way down and on the way back up.
Yeah, and you are gonna feel that muscle in your mid-back, also very likely. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that? Or are you just oblique?
I feel mostly oblique, but because I'm a little bit sore today already, I do feel a little bit more mid-back than I normally do in a side bend. I feel like you tend to feel more QL, more mid-back in your side bends than me.
I had an anatomy blank. QL. Yeah, it's normal. It is working. But it should be secondary to the obliques. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to take 5 more. You know who really doesn't ever dress the same for 4? I feel like siblings.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like everyone always needs to have like a very strong sense of identity. Like you and your sister opposite. Me and my
Same
sister
with you
opposite
and your sister.
For 2.
Yeah.
Okay, last one, you're gonna meet me down into your side bend and you're gonna hold. All right, left hand goes down to the floor much further than your shoulder. Lift that top leg. You can do whatever you want with the top arm. It doesn't matter. Then put the foot back down and then propel yourself up nice and controlled. Come back to where you came from. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do 10 total. This is your second. So we have 8 after this.
The way up is so challenging, not to just use momentum to push yourself back up out of the side bend, like right now.
Yeah, for 7. Okay, but you understand why I did the little knee hover thing at the start, because it has the little propel thing too.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like it's a good practice. Okay, for 5. Good. 4.
I feel like we need to insert a photo of you and Tim dressed in matching outfits.
3. I don't love to say this, but he definitely has had quite a transition in his style, and I definitely kind of followed. And I'm not usually a follower.
Yeah.
But I think I have to admit that.
Even, I feel like within the last 6 years, the way that both of you dress has changed so much.
Radical. I know, but we always change together. Okay, hold the top leg lifted, which is why we've been together for a million years. Now, top arm goes high up to the ceiling. Okay, keep your spine neutral. You're gonna bend the knee, bring it center, bend your arm, bring it towards your hip. Yep, and then extend. And then keep your spine straight.
So you should now be feeling a lot more left glute. So bottom glute, pressing your pelvis forward as your right knee pulls in towards your chest.
Yep.
A lot more load.
Okay. We're gonna take 7, and then we just pulse that top leg. Yeah, so remember, keep the pelvis pressed forward, press out of your bottom hand to open up that shoulder. For 3. Good. Are you laughing because I said good?
Yeah.
Hold the leg long, hold the arm high up to the ceiling, and then just pulse the leg up and down. One time I had to edit out 60 goods of Emma's in a class for 7.
It's my kryptonite.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. And then once you notice it, you can't unsee it. So now
You
I
can't think about
say it
anything else.
for the I can't say it for the rest of the class. Okay, little child's pose. All right. Plank on your forearms, because we just did some wrist work. If your wrists are not sore and you'd rather be on your hands, I don't care. That's fine. Same, but different. 2 long legs behind you. Keep your butt a little lower than that, Emma, so that's in line with your shoulders. There we go. Okay, you're going to dip your right hip down to the right. So teeny tiny, swivel your hips over to the right. Yep, and then come back center, and then over to the left. So if you look at Emma, see how her upper body is not moving? That's what you want. It's very small. Can you show what people typically do, which is very big? Yeah, no. We do not want that. That's too much momentum. You're like wasting effort.
It's a lot more control through the shoulders and through the core this way to make it smaller, which is what you want.
Exactly. Honestly, typically smaller and slower, always harder. For 5, with a few exceptions. Okay, for 4, 1 count, 2 sides. Both obliques. Okay, for 3. 2.
This is the slowest count ever. Oh my God.
1 count. You have 2 hips, 2 obliques. I don't know what you want me to do. 1 more on each side. Make sure you're even. Emma has 1 more to the right. And then meet me center, lower the knees. Come down into a little child's pose. Okay. All right, we're gonna come up to stand. I didn't think I'd have time to do all of this, and here we are. We're cruising. We're gonna do some heavier glute stuff. So hands can come to prayer or on hips, or just let them dangle. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna start with a little bit of a balance warm up. So you're gonna lift your left leg up into a single leg march. So just look at Emma and then put the foot down. That's the only thing that's happening. So you want to stay very straight. You don't want to lean back. You don't want to lean forward, to the left, to the right. And we're just starting to warm up our balance on the right leg and the stability in the right glutes.
This is deceptively challenging. You don't want to pop into your right hip as you lift your left leg off of the ground.
Exactly.
Your right hip. Your right hip.
Yes. And think about your abs also helping you to lift the leg. So you want to lift it until it's in line with the hip. Okay. Take 5 more. 4. Do any of your friends dress like you, other than me? Which, actually, you dress like me. For 3.
You dress like me.
You dress like me. For 2. Okay, hold the left leg in march. All right, we're gonna cross the left leg behind the right leg without putting the foot down to the floor. You're coming into a curtsy, so you're in this little bow situation, keeping your front knee in line with your front ankle, and then propel yourself back up once again. Bring the leg back into your single leg march. If this is too difficult for your balance and you're toppling, you can always put the foot on the floor before you come into your curtsy. So kind of take like 2 taps on the floor, so 2 points of support instead of 1.
I'll show that on the next one.
Yeah.
So instead of that full step, tap the toe and then step back just to give yourself a little bit of support in between.
Exactly. You can tap it next to the front foot or just like a little bit behind, kind of like halfway to your curtsy also. Okay. So if you're not putting the foot down until you get to the curtsy, you're basically adding load to the front glute because you're making it hold the entire load of your body. Yeah, versus distributing it on each side. Okay. We're gonna take 4. How are we doing?
I'm a little wobbly today.
It's okay. You're allowed. You did fall.
I know.
For 3. Really try to keep that front knee on top of the front angle to keep the glute working and not the quad. So you really need to stick your butt out like a little deadlift. Yeah. Okay. You're going to meet me in your curtsy and you're going to hold your curtsy. Last variation. Hold your curtsy. Bring your arms out to a T. Okay. You're gonna bend the knees even more so you can come lower into your curtsy and tap your little fingertips under your front thigh, and then unbend slightly, come back to your T. And we have 7, so 8 total. Nice.
Butt is going back, not knee forward on the right side.
Yeah, can you show that now?
Yeah.
For 5,
so
the
it's
knee
not,
forward.
It's not this. It's
Yeah.
butt stretching back to get deeper. That way you feel your glute.
For 3, so press into your front heel. Try to keep the toes free of weight. For 2. Okay, 1 more. And then come all the way up. Nice job. Whew. Okay, shake out the legs. All right, side 2, and then maybe a plank to end if we have time. Okay, hands on hips, prayer, whatever you want. We're gonna do single leg march on the other side. So this time you're gonna lift your right leg up into a march, and then you're gonna put it back down. All right, we're gonna do 10 to warm up. For 9.
I do have one friend who, I wouldn't say we dress alike, but every time we see each other, we somehow have the exact same items in the exact same colors.
Who is it? 6?
Ava.
Really?
Yeah.
For 5, wait, but you're wearing them at the same time, or you just like come to the conclusion that you have them?
We often, like, if we go on trips,
4?
we will have the same exact items packed.
For 3?
In the same colors.
Same colors is wild. For 2? You and I have like not the same, but they're similar. I like it because it's like we have our own take on an item.
Yeah.
All right, meet me with the single leg march leg, and you're gonna hold it. We're coming back into a curtsy, so no more chatting, so you can focus. Bend through the knees, come down into your curtsy, and then nice and slow, come back to your single leg march, lifting the knee. Okay, remember you can always do the 2 points of support if you need help. 8 total, you just did 2. We have 6 more. Butt back so you can keep the weight in the front heel. 5.
This is so much glute and also sneaky, a lot of core, lifting the leg.
I mean, no one, unless they're pretty advanced, is gonna feel that. For 3, but I agree. But that takes so much time. For 3, so don't get discouraged. For 2. Do you agree?
Yes, it takes time to get there.
Meet me down there, hold, lift your arms out to a T. All right, we're gonna bend through the knees a little bit deeper so you can tap those little fingertips under the front thigh and then come back to where you came from. For 7, remember what she said about the glute going back. You're not bringing the knee forward. Super important. You're gonna feel completely different muscles otherwise. For 5. Okay, for 4. Perfection. 3.
Oh my goodness.
For 2. Give me 1 more. And then you're done. Come all the way up. Good job.
Oh.
Okay. 1 plank hold for 15 seconds. Hands or forearms, whatever you want, and then we'll do that pigeon. Okay. 2 long legs behind you. Keep your butt lifted in line with your hips. Okay. Count. The timer starts now.
I feel like I just started breaking a sweat.
Really? 8.
Yeah, as I got into
7.
this plank. The long sleeves
6.
was a poor choice.
5. 4. It looks thick too. 3, 2, 1. Release. Wow. Okay. Pigeon. Right leg forward. If you don't know how to do a pigeon, look at Emma. And then back leg goes straight. Start on your hands, and then when you feel like you're ready, you can come down on your forearms. And then if you want even more, you can fully extend the arms long on the floor and put your forehead down. You should feel your front side glute and your front hip. And I kind of like to wiggle a bit, but
Yeah.
you do you.
I kind of feel this most where my hamstring and my glute connect, like here.
Really?
Very nice. Yeah, I don't really feel this in my side glute.
But you feel it in your hip? Like inside hip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, switch, other side. You know what shoe I think would be quite good for you and Victor if I had to pick like one shoe that both of you would wear?
What?
Like what are they, like the tigers, like the Oni?
Onitsuka tigers?
Yeah. It's very Victor and Emma.
Really?
Yeah. Do you agree?
I don't know. No.
She's thinking.
No. I do like a flat sneaker, whereas I feel like you like a chunkier sneaker.
Yeah, it depends. Well, I have like foot problems,
You have a
so now I
variety.
need like a chunky. Yeah, but like my K-Swiss are flat. You're all done, by the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think the tigers are cool, but they're very. Yeah, I don't know. You both have like narrow, longer feet, so I feel like they like would be like nice on you. I feel like my foot is wider. Okay, this is it. We're gonna have to go now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.